Hello.
These are.
Hi.
All right. Well, as we all know, Rio de Janeiro, for most people, we all know that it's a very highly traveled place, very unique. It's very beautiful, but and it's also home to some of the world's greatest stuff. And it was also home to the world's largest soccer game, which was held in 1950. It held over 170 spectators. I got that from SmithsonianMag.com. Also, my grandparents have been there. I personally have not been there, but my grandparents have showed me many videos and pictures and stuff that they've seen and done while they've been there, and it just looks like a place that could be really awesome to go to. Rio is known for its natural settings, its faith, the samba schools, and the beaches. So now let's look at some of the history that is behind this. It has a very interesting history on how it became the place it is today. The Portuguese were actually the first people to rule this area. They landed on Guanabara Bay on January 1st, 1502. They thought it would be a really good place to settle just because it was right next to the ocean on the bay and had a lot of resources that they could use. The bay actually forms an opening of a river, which they get the name of Rio de Janeiro from, which means River of January, from whenever it was founded. It developed economically with traditional crops like sugarcane, which was one of the big crops that Rio really came from. Gold was actually found not too long after that, and it actually caused a lot of countries to try to capture it. And it just got really competitive, and which made the Portuguese ended up leaving, and Brazil actually took over and achieved its independence. I got all that from RioDeJaneiro.com. Having such a long historical past, it's actually a city of just tremendous beauty, and a lot of people go there a lot of tourists go there to travel and just see how amazing it is. The famous Walt Disney once said, "You can design and create and build one of the most beautiful places in the world, but it takes people to make a dream a reality." I like this quote just because it really shows that the people of Brazil actually made this wonderful city into what it is today and just how beautiful it is. There are many actually different tourist attractions here. One being Christ the Redeemer, which is actually the famous statue that looks over the city. It represents Christianity. It's a statue of Jesus Christ. It actually is the second largest statue in the world, which you can see on this slide right here. And it stands about 38 meters high. Ipanema Beach is another wonderful place that attracts a lot of people to go to. It is one of the many beaches that there are in the city. It actually is one of my favorite ones because it symbolizes music and art and has been a huge influence for many poets and songwriters. Now, the most exciting place that I've heard about, especially from my grandparents, was the carnival. It's actually on the last day of Lent, and it's just a carnival festival to see just many of the great things that they do in the city. It also has a lot of the samba schools around it create themes to go to, or that they do, and they show it off to see who has the best theme. It's kind of just a fun competition to go to. Besides the wonderful places, the food is also really amazing. I got all this from bbcgoodfood.com. Brazilian cuisine is one of the main things that they use there, or that they eat, is one of the main dishes. So one of those consists of barbecued meat, which comes from lamb, pork, and wild boar. The Brazil actually claims to be the champion in South America for barbecued meat. Also, the main alcoholic drink that they drink there is chicaca, which is an alcoholic drink from fermented sugarcane juice that comes right there from Rio. It also has many different types, and a lot of people drink it on the weekends when they go out and stuff. Also, the climate is very unique, as you can see in this right here. The weather is actually opposite of what we have here, and the warmer months are December, January, and the colder months are more in the June, July area. But that's about it. It's actually very tropical there, so it rains most of the months. But as you can see, this is not just a place. It's actually like a place full of faith and beauty and just something to go to if you want to travel the world. While it's not for everyone, it's worth going to see. From what I've been told, I hope to see it one day. And according to SmithsonianMag.com, while it isn't known for the spotless reputation, pollution and crime still haunt the city, it still offers plenty of delights for the common tourist. And those are some sources that I used. And that's it.